You know that quiet, gentle light of dawn, the one we see as a super peaceful start to the day? Well, what if I told you there's an ancient story that paints a way more dramatic picture? We're talking betrayal, cosmic level rage, and a silent hero who literally saves us all every single morning. Okay, let's dive right into this and uncover the incredible myth behind our sunrise. All right, so our story doesn't kick off with some beautiful, serene morning. No, it begins in the dead of night with a crisis that threatens, well, everything. Just try to imagine a world plunged into absolute terror, hours and hours before the sun is even supposed to show up. Out of nowhere, this unnatural heat starts building all across the globe. And look, this isn't the gentle warmth of the sun we know. Now, this is a fierce, consuming fire that basically feels like the end of everything. The entire world is gripped by this panic that nobody can explain. I mean, why is this happening now, in the middle of the night? And get this, what's really interesting is who first sounds the alarm. It's the great Rishis, the ancient sages. And they don't just go to the gods saying, hey, the weather's a bit weird. No, they rush in totally panicked and describe this thing as a force with a clear, terrifying intent to destroy everything. The stakes are, cosmically high here. So this becomes the central mystery, right? It's a heat that feels exactly like the sun, but the sun is on the complete other side of the world. What could possibly have that kind of power? Well, the answer? It's just as shocking as the event itself. Turns out, the source of this world-ending fire is none other than Surya, the sun god himself. And this is no accident. Oh no. This is a deliberate act of revenge, and it's all born from a really deep sense of betrayal. So, you're probably asking, how does a god end up on a path of cosmic revenge? Well, it all started when he did a good deed, believe it or not. See, Surya did the right thing. He spotted the demon Rahu secretly trying to drink the nectar of immortality and called him out. But this totally backfired. Rahu develops this permanent grudge and starts attacking Surya from time to time, which, by the way, is the mythic explanation for solar eclipses. But here's the kicker. When this attack happens, the other gods, the very ones Surya was trying to protect, they just stand by and do nothing. They just watch. And that right there, that inaction, that's the ultimate betrayal. And this quote, wow, it just perfectly captures Surya's mindset. You can really feel the raw injustice in his words, can't you? He's like, I did this for all of you, but I'm the only one who suffers? He was abandoned when he needed help. So, in his rage, he decides that if the gods don't care, then fine. He'll just unmake the very worlds they live in. He storms off to the Western Mountain and starts to unleash his full, world-ending power. Okay, so with Surya now actively trying to burn the universe to the ground, the gods finally realize they made a huge mistake. Total panic sets in, and they're scrambling to find a solution before, it's too late for everyone. So where do you go? They go straight to the top, to the highest authority imaginable, Brahma, the creator of everything. They basically tell him, look, it already feels like the apocalypse, and the sun hasn't even officially risen yet. They're completely desperate, and they know that the second Surya actually crests that horizon, everything is just going to turn to ash. I mean, this is the ultimate challenge, isn't it? You can't exactly fight the sun. And you're definitely not going to reason with this level of cosmic rage. So what kind of being, who in the universe could possibly step in and stand in the way of a god who is dead set on destroying all of creation? And Rama's solution, it's just pure genius. He gets it. The answer isn't to fight Surya, that's a losing battle. The answer is to manage his power. So the plan is to find someone who can act as a living shield, a charioteer who will literally ride in front of the sun and soak up all that deadly heat. That way, the worlds are protected, but the sun still gets to rise. But who? Who could possibly fill a role like that? The person Brahma has in mind isn't one of the big-name gods, not some famous warrior. He's a much lesser-known figure. But, as it turns out, he is uniquely and absolutely perfectly qualified for this job. Brahma's choice is a being named Aruna. Now, to really get who Aruna is, it helps to know his brother, who's actually way more famous. We're talking about Garuda, the incredible eagle who became the mount for Vishnu himself. So while Garuda is all about power and insane speed, Aruna, the elder brother, has a whole different set of skills, but they are just as incredible. So check this out. Aruna was the perfect guy for three main reasons. First, his body is described as vast. We're talking big enough to literally be a shield between the sun and the earth. Second, he has his own great splendor, a kind of divine light that lets him withstand Surya's crazy incinerating glare. And third, and this is the most important part, it was his destiny. He was born to be a sarathy, a charioteer. He was literally made for this moment. Okay, so the stage is set, the plan is locked in, and our hero has been chosen. All that's left is for this unlikely hero to step up, embrace his destiny, and come face to face with an enraged sun god. And just like that, at Brahma's command, Aruna flies to the east and takes his place on the sun's chariot, positioning himself right in front of Surya. He's there, ready to take the full, untempered blast of a god who wants nothing more than total destruction. And guess what? It works. The sun rises, just like it's supposed to, but with Aruna's massive form shielding all of creation, that apocalyptic heat gets absorbed. The light that actually reaches us is dimmed. It's softened. It becomes life-giving instead of life-ending. Aruna's mission is a complete success, and he saves all three worlds, heaven, earth, and the netherworld, from being wiped out. So here's the big takeaway from all this. That soft, reddish glow you see at sunrise, the very color that's associated with Aruna himself, that's basically a daily reenactment of this incredible cosmic rescue. It's a reminder that every single day begins with this quiet act of heroism, with a shield standing between us and the sun's true, unimaginable power. It really makes you wonder, right? What else do we take for granted that might just be a hero in disguise?